this video, we'll first introduce the food and beverage industry and their CSR practices, then the negative impacts people think restaurants bring, introduce Home Eat to Live and their CSR practices, and how staff and customers think of them, and finally giving recommendations.
CSR is a concept that companies integrate social and environmental concerns into business operations and interactions with stakeholders on a voluntary basis. In other words, it concerns three aspects: social, environmental, and economics.
Overview of the restaurant sector. According to the Hong Kong Center Industrial Classification, there are 5 types of businesses in the restaurant sector, which are Chinese restaurants, non-Chinese restaurants, fast food shops, bars, and other eating and drinking places. The annual valued restaurant sector businesses in Hong Kong is approximately 52,627 million Hong Kong dollars.
Here comes to the practices in the F&B industry. Food safety is one of the most critical concerns for restaurants. HACCP certification, which means Hard-Side Analysis Critical Control Point, is a system to address food safety from raw material production, procurement and handling, to manufacturing, distribution and consumption of products. Restaurants are following these guidelines in food production. Regarding caring of employees, occupational safety and health considerations are incorporated in store design. Some restaurants will distribute safety gear and equipment to employees to reduce their chances of injury. To raise the awareness of occupational safety and health, training and recognition schemes are implemented. For social CSR practices, companies are employing disabled staff. Teenagers are recruited for internship programs. Different charitable activities are held, such as charity sales, visiting elderly's home and walkathon, etc. Leftover food are donated to NGOs and redistributed to people in need. Environmentally, restaurants use paper-based packaging and recycled material to reduce solid waste and non-disposable packaging. Water conservation technology and energy reduction practices are implemented to reduce consumption. To promote healthy dieting, Green Monday menus are designed to encourage low-carbon dieting. Some restaurants even recycle their waste cooking oil to local organizations.
The relevance of CSR to the restaurant sector. The restaurant sector in Hong Kong is facing many challenges, including the increase in operating costs, growing pressure about healthier diets, food safety, as well as environmental protection and more. Continuing with the 3 trends of CSR. Firstly, the global population is expected to reach 7.5 billion by 2020, and to meet the needs of this expanding population is difficult. Secondly, the initiative is to implement environmentally friendly ways of processing technologies. However, it is difficult for small and medium-sized corporations to purchase these equipments. Finally, CSR has mixed reviews in which surveys say that even though a larger portion of managers express a highly positive attitude towards CSR, consumers' perception is still questionable.
Now, let's see how other restaurants are performing in CSR. Oliver's Super Sandwich participates in Green Monday and Earth Hour, which aim at reducing carbon footprint and conserving energy usage. Socially, it allows guide dogs entry and employ disabled to benefit the minorities in need. Elderlies are granted discounts upon showing senior citizen card. Last but not least, it donates to Orbis and WWF to support their charity activities. Apart from Oliver's Super Sandwich, Manna is another ethical restaurant. Most of the material used are combustible and returned to soil after burnt. Use of paper tissue, recycling, and Zero Waste Week aim at reducing waste in operation. For a social aspect, Manna has fair trade with suppliers and donate leftover food to Food Panda. For customers with special diet need, Manna can also tailor-make a menu to serve them.
To know more about how Hong Kong people think about the restaurants, we have interviewed some of them.
How much time do you dine out per week?
I think I dine out for about 3 times a week.
I often dine out from Monday to Friday.
I think 6 times per week.
And if you are aware of any negative impacts of the restaurants on Hong Kong?
The food waste problem is quite serious in Hong Kong. It is because Hong Kong people's dining style and culture is quite special in Hong Kong. For example, they love to eat buffets and the Japanese style all you can eat. They often don't think carefully before they order the food, which leads to a very serious food waste problem in Hong Kong. And apart from food waste problem, I believe that the business practice of the restaurant is not quite ethical in Hong Kong as well. For example, the Chinese tea restaurants, waitresses, they often have to work really long hours without extra pay, which is quite unethical.
I'm quite aware of the environmental waste caused by the food restaurants, such as because I previously worked in a breakfast restaurant, and I'm responsible for cleaning out the dishes, and so I know that they will dispose all the food waste that are not fully consumed by customers.
In my opinion, it's about the overtime working for the workers. It's common to see that the workers work 8 hours or more in a day and 6 days per week.
Can you name some restaurants in Hong Kong that are doing well in these aspects you've mentioned?
I really can't think of a very particular example.
I can't name.
I don't think so.
As we know, there is a restaurant performing good in these aspects, which is Home. Today we are going to introduce you about it. Home is a slow food restaurant located in the bustle area in Central. The previous location of Home was the fast food restaurant Burger King, and the owner of Home reuses the facilities and equipment left there to reduce the weight cost. The restaurant is nicely designed to provide a friendly atmosphere for customers to enjoy their meals there. It aims to promote a healthy lifestyle by providing vegan food, and it is beneficial to the environment by carbon reduction. It serves quality slow food like hamburger, burritos, and many other dishes in a healthy way. Located in Central, it succeeds in capturing the attention of people working nearby and turning more people to eat healthily. Friendly staff is another point customers keep coming back to Home according to the owner of the restaurant. The staff there are from different cultural backgrounds, speaks different languages, yet they are so close to each other and form a strong bonding team.
Like a really strong team. It's just friendly, professional, not stressful, and involved.
I think a big source of why we're having customers come in and the food being so high quality and all of this is happening is all because of them.
Home aims to foster a vibrant community of health-minded individuals who feel free to unleash and express their joyful life force over delicious food in a relaxed, warm, and contemporary environment. A true home in the city where Hong Kong people can feel loved, supported, and cared for. All of Home's menu items are served as a plant-based diet, which allows the restaurant to reduce the carbon emission, stabilize the global temperature, reduce water usage and food waste production, and by not using any meat and dairy intake. Some examples of the vegan foods served here are veggie bowls and salad bowls, as well as their burgers and flatbread. As livestock emits more greenhouse gases than other transportation modes, Home managed to cut down on its carbon emission by selling only plant-based foods. According to published statistics by Counting Animals, one vegetarian is estimated to save between 371 and 582 animals per year.
Food that like vegetarian, no meat, so
harmony in the design
when you
of the
come home
restaurant.
here,
On the second floor, the private dining room is designed to stimulate greenhouse gassing by using tiered stadium-like seating to oxygenate the air. The tabletops are flattened by eco-friendly paper. The aim of Home is to provide healthy, delicious, and organic foods. Most of the ingredients are brought from local farms ethically and organically. The use of local ingredients can support local community, preventing them from endangering and ensuring freshness of ingredients, reducing carbon production during shipping of ingredients overseas. Furthermore, some ingredients are grown by Home's farm in the new territory. To reduce their waste, Home practices the area waste philosophy, all the way from their LED lighting, built-in recycling bin, to their VeggieWare composable packaging. Their packaging is made from only biodegradable corn plastic and Forest Stewardship Council certified paper. Home also works with Hong Kong Recycle to properly process their plastic and track where the recyclable material go. Every week, the food waste is sent back to Home's farm operated by Cow Key and turned into compost for Home to grow their product. In order to achieve zero food waste, Home's croutons are made from the crusty edges of the same bread from the open-faced toasts. To improve their effort in reducing food waste, Home uses cooking oil that is transformed into multi-use soap. Home has a very young, international, and dynamic team. Despite the huge cultural and background differences, Home's team is very family-oriented, and each staff involve themselves a lot in the concept of Home and wish to make a difference. Extensive product and service training are provided to all of the staff. The staff is trained to sort the recyclables such as food waste, plant plastic, paper, and they are educated in the importance of recycling. Isha, one of the employees of Home, has shared with us that the employer truly cares about their employees.
It's very satisfying. Sunday is the best way for me to gather with my family
as everyone is having the same day off. Also, some Sundays, we home team gather and go for hike, dinner to relax and get to know each other more.
Closing of home on every Sunday improves all of the staff morale. In terms of social CSR practices, most of Home's menu items are named after endangered or extinct species. The interaction between animals and their environment is the engine that keeps the sustainability of
Tasty and great texture, and something that really satisfied any meat eater. I'm a big fan of the Northern White Rhino.
The Northern White Rhino burger. It's exactly what I'm looking for when I want a burger.
Home wishes to educate society that by eating more plant-based meals, they can make a very big difference and impact on the environment, so the future generations can experience these wonderful creatures. Home collaborates and partners with other organizations such as CFEI and FoodLink to create sustainable environments. FoodLink is a registered Hong Kong charity dedicated to fight hunger, building self-sufficiency, and fostering nutritional wellness among those in need.
To create change in the community.
Reducing food wastage in hotels and F&B outlets in Hong Kong.
33,000 tons of food goes to waste every day, and this
As one of their caring acts towards the animals, Home also collaborates with Compassionate Farming Education Initiatives, also known as CFEI. Home also tries to educate and reach out to the community directly. Christian, the CEO of Home Restaurant, was happy to share his restaurant concept and meet students and faculty within the course of Entrepreneurship, Innovation and Hospitality at the School of Hotel and Tourism Management in PolyU. He shared what Home does and how to shape and correct mindset of the people to prepare for the future.
To bring in what I knew, and we combined
and yet providing organic, healthy food for their customers. In August 2016, Home received a certificate for the Food Waste Lean label by the Green Council of Hong Kong that appreciates their effort in recycling the plant plastic, paper, glass, and food waste. We asked Cala Cove creators a few questions about
cycle. They use plant plastic.
what you said about the animals.
Oh yeah, they name their menu after certain endangered animals so that people are aware that by eating vegetarian, they are in some ways preserving the environment, cutting down.
Because we already know that a vegetarian diet can really impact the environment, water usage, land, and I suppose it brings our awareness that the little thing by just choosing a meal during a day can make a bigger impact. Also when they recycle, that's like the end of the cycle, but going back to the beginning, they source from local farmers, so they support local farmers.
We're eating local. We know our source.
Yeah,
and that's a very important thing to be aware of nowadays.
And they work with other local brands, so like Tabucha and other people. So it's kind of making
less
a
carbon
community.
footprint. Yes, sourcing local.
Yeah.
We recommend Home Eat to Live to the following in order to become more environmentally friendly, such as firstly to pair it with Green Monday to encourage people to eat healthily and try the lifestyle of vegetarians one day a week. To raise awareness of global warming, they can also join Earth Hour, in which they can switch off the lighting of their restaurant maybe once a month during the non-peak hours in the daytime where natural light is still accessible. Like Mana, they can implement more biodegradable technologies, such as adding corn to the paper materials to produce cups. They can also start to use a water-saving flush in their restrooms so they can save more water. And last but not least, have a Zero Waste Week, where customers can get food discounts by bringing their own containers to put their meals in, giving them an incentive to be more green. To give back to society, we recommend Home Eat to Live to allow seniors who present their senior citizens cards to enjoy certain discounts on food orders on certain days of the week. In addition, they should hire more staff with disabilities, no matter if they're psychologically or physically disabled, such as offering them jobs such as washing dishes.